Hello, nice to meet you. My name is JJ. Can you please tell me your full name? All right, and what can I call you? Okay, so in this first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some general questions about yourself. So let's first of all talk about what you do. Do you work or study? All right, and why did you choose your major or your job? All right, and if you could study a different course or you could change your job, what would it be? All right, and now let's talk about your neighborhood. What are some changes in your neighborhood recently? All right, and do you know any famous people in your area? All right, and where do you like to go in your area? All right, so now we are going to move on to talk about puzzles. Okay, so when do you do puzzles? During your trip or when you feel bored? All right, then do you like word puzzles or number puzzles? Which one is more difficult for you? Okay, and do you think it is good for old people to do puzzles? Okay, so now we are going to move on to the second part of the test. So in this part, I'm going to give you a topic and I would like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. But before you talk, you will have 1 minute to prepare and think about what you're going to say. So you can take notes if you wish. Alright? So the cue card question is, describe an advertisement you don't like. Now you have 1 minute to prepare. Can you start speaking now, please? Alright, so now we're going to move on to the last part of the test. So in this part, I'm going to ask you more general questions related to advertisement. Okay, so the first question is, what are the most advertised products in your country? Okay, and which one is more effective? Newspaper advertising or online advertising? Okay, and what are the benefits of advertising? All right, and the last question is, what do you think about celebrity endorsements in advertising? Okay, so the test is over. Good job, guys. And now I'm gonna show you my band score 8 answers to all these questions. Do you work or study? I'm a student at the University of Toronto. I'm doing a bachelor's degree in business management. I'm in my second year of university now. Why did you choose to study your major? Or why did you choose your job? Well, I've always been interested in business management. I get fascinated by inspiring stories of successful CEOs. So I decided to study business management to learn more about how to be a successful business leader. If you could study a different course, or if you could change your job, what would it be? Interesting question. Well, actually, I wanted to become a pilot when I was young. They look so cool and they travel all over the world. So if I could change my program now and somebody else is paying for my tuition, then yes, I would study to become a pilot. What are some of the changes in your neighborhood recently? Well, it has changed quite a bit actually. There are several changes, but the biggest one is that there are lots of shopping places and dessert cafes launching not too long ago. And because of them, the area got more crowded. Do you know any famous people in your area? Yes, there is an actress Gina who has just become kind of famous because of her last movie. She's starting to make her name on a global stage. I heard that she lives in my neighborhood, but I haven't seen her in person yet. Where do you like to go in that area? Well, there are a lot of cool places I want to check out, but among them, I would like to go to the cafe called Seoul. It has good reviews and a lot of people post about it on Instagram, which makes me curious. When do you do puzzles? During your trip or when you feel bored? I don't enjoy puzzles very often nowadays, but I do it from time to time when I feel bored. Well, time flies when I enjoy jigsaw puzzles. Well, I used to do it quite often, like more than 3 times a week, but nowadays I'm so busy like 24/7, so I can't enjoy it that often. Do you like doing word puzzles or number puzzles? Which one is more difficult for you? Personally, I prefer word puzzles over number puzzles. It's not because number puzzles are more difficult, but because word puzzles are more interesting to me. There are various types of word puzzles that become more intriguing the more you know about them. So I like it. Do you think it is good for old people to do puzzles? Well, in my personal view, it is great for old people to do puzzles. It's good for their brain health. For example, my grandma enjoys puzzles on a regular basis, and she said it is fun to kill time and also helpful for her brain health. Describe an advertisement you don't like. Okay, let me tell you about the advertisement that I didn't like at all. I saw an ad on the Instagram once, which was trying to sell bicycles and some equipment, but it was giving wrong information on some equipment, and most of their bicycles were overly priced. Well, I knew it because these days I'm really into cycling, so I go bike riding often with my friend. He's an amateur cyclist. He attends cycling races and everything. So he got me through all the equipment I need and taught me some basic tricks and skills. So he actually gave me proper lessons so that I could ride safely while increasing my average speed. So, his lessons were helpful and informative. So because of him, I'm aware that the ad was describing some unnecessary accessories as if they were must-have items. And some of products are ridiculously overpriced. That was completely false advertising. I hate this kind of ads. So the moment I got this cue card question, this ad immediately came to mind. What are the most advertised products in your country? The most advertised products in Korea? Wow, that's a really difficult question to answer. I don't know what it is, to be honest. There are tons of ads everywhere nowadays. I guess fast food or cosmetics are advertised a lot. But really, they advertise anything they try to sell. Which one is more effective? Newspaper advertising or online advertising? Well, obviously, online ones are much more effective. Unlike newspaper, people are online every day, almost all day. We search information, use social media, and play some games frequently from anywhere at any time with our phones. So online advertising can be a lot more effective. What are the benefits of advertising? Well, people can gather information about products they're interested in. For example, I'm considering buying a new guitar for my brother. So some ads popped up and provided useful and informative explanations about the guitar, which was surprisingly helpful. What do you think of celebrity endorsements in advertising? Well, it can be effective as they can help to create brand recognition. It can grab the attention of the audience for sure. Well, I once actually bought a t-shirt that one of my favorite actresses was endorsing in a TV commercial. Well, I didn't need it, but I bought it because of her.